We're doing a smoke session and we're gonna watch the puppies play. Chachi. To anybody, there's usually someone who thinks Coco's like this aggressive dog. She's not. I joke around, Chachi bites Coco harder than Coco has ever bitten Chachi. She wants to play. Chachi tolerates it for a little bit. I don't know why I'm saying all this before anybody even gets here. Hello, Lori! Hello. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Is there sound? Because sometimes it likes to be muted. I was saying to anybody coming in, hey, Free the People, there's somebody that's very concerned that Coco's going to hurt Chachi one day. Chachi bites Coco harder than Coco has ever bitten Chachi. So Coco's calmer inside now, but when she comes outside, she knows it's her time to be puppy, you know? All right, Chachi, are you done? Your tail's still wagging. You hear me? Good. So I have my vapes handy. I thought we could vape. I have a wrapper from Little Bites Muffins in my pocket. That was my lunch right now. Wasn't very nutritious. All right, Chachi's distracted. Oh. She's gonna get you, Coco. I have this Pac-Man vape. Oh, I don't think I could show it. It's a Pac-Man vape. One side is Jolly Ranchers and the other side is Cherry Skittles, and I can go back and forth. It's not a nicotine vape. There's your answer. She gonna get you, Coco. She gonna get you. Good bath over the weekend. Coco's getting groomed Thursday. Stop licking her ear. Coco's in puppy training. She knows how to sit for treats. That's about it. And look really cute and guard the house. I showed her Speck's photo and I said, if you see this woman at the gate, don't let her in. Hi, Nishal. Hi, Lilith, you're here. I'm so glad I could see you. Lilith is a new friend of ours, you guys. She is a friend of Azria's and a very lovely person. I've had the pleasure of speaking with her. Oh no, Coco's gonna attack. Chachi, I know. Chachi's gonna hide underneath the chair. Hold on, I'm gonna put Chachi in, you guys, and then we're just gonna let Coco go crazy. And I wanna vape with you. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, Coco, I'll bring her back out, I promise. All right, Chachi, you go in. I don't need help hurting her in the house. Hurting. I know, Chachi. Her feet are not chicken wings. Okay, hold on. Coco, I can't walk with you on my legs. You're like a little kid. Okay, go crazy. You have all those toys. I would like to smoke before I do the mountain of laundry waiting for me. All right, hopefully you guys can still hear me. Yes, you downloaded it? Good. You'll like it. You get rewarded for walking. And you can either like get, I don't know, it's like $15, $20, $40 transferred into your account, or you could donate to charities, which I love that feature. So I found two that I don't know, there's like a list of ones that you can go through. So yeah, it's a fun time. A bunch of us from the chat are on there. If you just search Just Breezin' today, you could follow Nicole's on there. I think Bethany is, yes. Callie, who else? I don't know, there's more. Missy. One person was following me, but she got mad at me because I talked about my baby daddy, so she unfollowed me. I miss you, Toki. I stand by everything I said, but I did promise to do better. I can't wait for this thing to sprout flowers, because when it does, I don't know if sprout's the right word, bloom. They're so beautiful. So it doesn't look like much now, but when all the flowers come out, she's a real beauty, let me tell you. Our broccoli is like growing insanely. Okay, I'm gonna vape after this, I promise. Let me show you the broccoli because I'm kind of impressed with my broccoli growing skills. Look at this! I didn't even think I could keep it alive. And this is winter squash. This is rosemary. I thought she was dead, but no, 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 no. She is just a late bloomer. And once she arrives, I know she's gonna be beautiful. But look at her. Sorry you went live while... Oh, it's okay for the people. I'm sorry. Yes. Coco tries to eat them, but I think I have her realizing they're not a toy. And I'm so excited for this broccoli. Coco is probably gonna dig. She's been better about that. I do have to say that. Like, she's calming down a lot. That adoption rule that they say, the 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, so far it seems spot on. Well, we haven't hit 3 months yet, but the first 3 days I wanted to cry. Just being honest, it's nothing against her. I love her very much, but it was crazy. It was just so insane, and I couldn't get her to stop having accidents in the house, and she was bouncing off the walls. But then she caught on to what Chachi was doing, right? She caught on to Chachi's routine. She likes to eat the grass over there. She's fine. She just eats things. But then she caught on to what Chachi was doing, and now we don't really have any accidents. She realizes inside is quiet time, outside go crazy. She's the best to take naps with or to snuggle with. Like, I don't know, she's so cute. She gives you little kisses until she falls asleep, and she snuggles right into your arm. Or sometimes when she wants to sleep with me, like I'm a side sleeper. I don't know about anybody else. Like, she hugs my back. Like, I don't know, it's the cutest thing ever. Anyways. She's very smart, very stubborn, very playful. Everything's a game. Like, everything's a game. And she's protective of us, which I like. So I adopted a baby, albeit a 4-legged one. Oh, you adopted? I thought you... Yes, I did. We got it from the Baldwin Park Animal Shelter. So, I don't know, my daughter knew that she wanted a dog. There was this Frenchie, but these people got in line before her. They drove down from San Diego. It was very heartbreaking because I don't know if you know about children, but once they get their mindset on something, like, it has to, even if they plan something in their head, like, it has to go exactly that way. Anyway, she was looking around after that fell through on Pet Finder, and she saw this little dog. And then we learned that she was at the Baldwin Park Animal Shelter, and she had been there twice, right? Anyways, we visited her for the week. We couldn't bring her home because she was waiting to be spayed. And we went and saw her, like all of us, just different days, so she knew she wasn't going to be alone. Her name was Otter. I think it's because she's crazy about water. Like, she loves bath time. She loves when I turn on the hose. She tries to bite the water, play with it. She runs through it, gets the zoomies. Anyways, and then we changed her name to Coco. And she seems to respond to it. Like, she knows her name is Coco. But it's rare we just call her Coco. Now I have all these weird nicknames for her. Pupzilla when she's crazy. Coco Bean when she's sweet. I call her Coco Jean when she howls and barks a lot for Norma Jean, but Coco Jean. I don't know if anybody cares about this. I'm going to hit my vape. Grunge! It's snowing there? No. Coco is adorable. We had a blizzard. Get under the electric blanket. If you'll believe it, I turn mine on every night, and look at what our weather is. It gets cold at night, though. Like, it'll go down into the 50s, and I have old bones. Yes, I don't like the cold weather either. Somebody must be out front. Who is it, Coco? There's this cat that's in heat, and it drives her crazy. And I feel so bad for it. I mean, you could tell it's somebody's cat. I don't know why they won't spay their cat. But if it lets me get close enough, believe me, and if I find out who owns it, they're going to get an earful from me. And if they refuse to spay it, I'm going to say, well, every time she cries at 3 a.m., I'm going to go out and yell in the backyard until you hear me and you get to experience what your cat goes through, okay? I'll bring you cookies later if you do it. I don't know if they'll be good, but... Is that blue car? No. I love how that's like the troll. There's people that come in just to ask and like they think it's never going to be for sale. All the people that come to the door and give us their little business card or flyer and offer to buy it, I throw that shit away. It never, I do. I throw that shit away. It never gets to who it's supposed to go to because, you know, one day I do know my dad's going to fix it up. And I think it would be cool to see. So when he gets around to it, I guess. He also has this really cool electric blue guitar, and it's like glittery. I feel like, oh my God, do I get it confused? The amp, okay, something's a Fender and something else is a Gibson. But anyways, it has this really cool amp. And it's been here for God knows how long. I think since I was at least 12, maybe 11. And he's always like, I'm going to learn how to play guitar. I'm going to get around to it. Hopefully it happens. It's beautiful. If not, I'm going to take guitar lessons and I'm going to be playing the guitar. The concerts I could have, you guys. Oh my gosh. Hi, Mrs. C. You live in Massachusetts? I own my own radio station. Oh, okay. I don't know. It's like this troll. People always come in and ask if the car is for sale. But I'm sorry if I was a bitch to you. Sometimes I'm just a bitch. I don't know. I wish there was something nicer I could say, but it's the reality. I'm a bitch, but most of the time I mean no harm. Most of the time. Do you guys have any questions from what we covered the last stream? I know we kind of ended abruptly. But in my defense, Coco was starting to eat my hair. She really, I don't know, I think it's my hair products. I don't understand it. I really don't. But she just comes out of nowhere and attacks my head. I love Mustangs too. I like how, okay, I'm going to word this wrong. I'm not going to pretend like I'm the biggest classic car person, right? But like when the car show comes to town, I go to it. I like the older cars because of how they're made. I feel like they're just made better and they sound so beautiful, their engines. And the cars today just aren't made like this. I sound like my grandpa. But I remember he would show me this like milk truck. Look, I think it was like a Ford something. Anyways, he used to have back in the day. And whenever he would see this or somebody driving the car, right, he'd be like, oh, I had this in 1940, some odd year, right? And he was like, but they don't make cars today like they used to. And like, now I understand it, right? And just think back then, they made cars even better. And it's built to, I mean, it's been out here through rain, storm, sunshine, hail, fires, and it still, I mean, it still looks good to me. Obviously, it needs a new paint job or like some sort of buffering, but when the sun hits it just right, you could see the glitter in it, and it's my favorite part about it. It is. I don't know. She's beautiful. And she'll be restored, and she'll have life again. And I really hope my dad drives around playing the Cars in her. Because I seriously remember listening to the Cars. I mean, maybe I just have that in my head that it happened and it didn't. But I remember he used to listen to really good music. He still listens to really good music. But I thought it was so much fun driving. And then back then when we were kids, you guys, because I'm old. Back in my day, we used to hike through the snow 30 miles to get to school. Well, there's a bunch of stuff in there right now. I don't want to like zoom in. I know sometimes he hides presents in there. But back in my day, the kids were allowed, we were allowed in the front seat, and we had these car seats they looked like some sort of torture device, but Lilith said, I need to go for me Canada rescue dog bees. Unlike any other cat burglary, I'd keep BG safe. Can we make this happen? And you wouldn't be a pervert with her. It makes me so sad. Please don't eat sticks. I I support your grass eating if that's what you need to do, but I just don't feel like sticks are the healthiest thing. You're so cute. I love you. I want to give you a mohawk so badly, but your mother won't let me. I try to tell her you're really punk rock, but she thinks you're like this, I don't know, demure dog. I guess we'll just let her think that. I love her vitiligo. Why are we eating in between the cracks? So, this week, you guys, we are going on a hike in the mountains. Let me see if you guys can see. Up there. With the fam bam. But I might hike like, I don't know, a couple minutes behind them or ahead of them. Because I love them and they're so much more private than me. Like, they would not tell you their business like I do. So I want to respect that. But yeah, we're going to go on a hike up there and I think it'll be a good time. And she likes to hike. She likes to jump in the streams. What are you eating now, egghead? Fastback Mustang. It's a 69. And it has a V8 engine, but it's not currently in it. It's sitting in my breezeway. My hand is shaky because I need to eat lunch. But I had those little muffins. There we go. I associate helicopters with not good things, so I always try to see what they are. Because, like, when helicopters are out and about a lot, it's usually because of fires happening. Police chases, which are such a, oh my gosh, they're so much fun to watch, but I'm sure it's not fun to experience, like, if you're a cop having to chase people. But you know what? Maybe if I was a cop, I'd be like, sign me up for all the police chases. Anyways, if you're from Southern California, you probably watch police chases. They're crazy. So anyways, whenever a helicopter goes by, I try to make, I don't know. It's a thing. It's a thing. I'm used to pretty much, it seems like, I don't even want to jinx it or manifest anything, but these mountains go through a lot. And they're my favorite view. It's so crazy. Like, at one point, I wanted to escape living by the mountains. I thought it was fucking boring here. I thought everybody was the same, and I craved different, right? But it's funny, when anything goes wrong in my life, like, this is what I run back to. And it's truly the most peaceful thing in the world up there. It's so beautiful. It's like you're in a whole new land. Well, this is what happens when you sniff dirt. It makes you sneeze. The poop raft, put toilet paper in the toilet and then drop a deuce onto it for maximum stinkage. I do it every time I poop in a public toilet. Okay. Thank you for letting us know. Hopefully one day you get a toilet. I don't know what to say. Shanny, is that you? We're going to get our steps in this backyard while we're vaping. I'm the epitome of health. You want to look out the gate with me? Coco, how did you get so cute? It's cooler in the summer when you do elevation stuff. I can't tell what that is. You love corn? I don't know. Oh, mountains! Why did I think that was a corn? Sorry. Well, you might love that too. Have a fun outing. Her little toy's so cute. She has a lot of them. She just, I don't know, doesn't prefer to play with anything other than my hands and feet and hair. That's about it. I'm her chew toy. Huh, Coco? She does like this creepy dog, though. Oh! Here you go. Coco is getting a larger wardrobe, but I did put her back into her white t-shirt for this stream. But I'm happy to announce she pretty much has a shirt for every day of the week. Chachi's always cold, so I got used to dressing her. In fact, she likes it. Coco, she's not a fan of like the sweaters. She gets hot very easily. All right, I'm going to smoke, Egghead. Oh, I love you too, but sometimes I feel like you're up my butt. No offense. What just happened? I ate like 6 cans of corn yesterday. I'm not a corn person unless it's Mexican street corn. Like, that is so fucking good to me. I feel like I could eat that all day, every day, and be the happiest camper in the world. But my mom used to make me eat like cream corn when we were kids. I didn't like it. I don't know why. I was never like, ooh, corn. But see, don't listen to me because I liked vegetable. Like let's see, the ones that stink, Brussels sprouts, spinach. Like I liked that stuff. But like to me, corn was just meh. I don't know. What happened? Coco is so cute. Thank you. All right, let's hit our vape. Hello, M-Flo. Palm Springs was the only place in California I went to. Palm Springs is nice. If you like to shop, golf, or drink, that's your place to go. I like the dinosaurs that you can go into. I remember doing that, and then my mom would always make us go to these outlets. My mother has always had a shopping addiction. Hi, Mom, if you're listening. I remember going to Vegas. Did we do what the Vegas people did? No. You shopped. And I ate shrimp cocktails. To be fair, I requested them every time we went to Vegas. I don't know why they taste better in Vegas. I don't know. But a shrimp cocktail in Vegas always hit. Welcome to my thoughts. This is what goes through my head when I'm live, or when I'm not live, just in general. It's never a dull moment in my brain. Hold on. I'm inhaling. I love that it actually tastes like Jolly Ranchers. That is a good time to me. The birthday cake vape I had previously, the hybrid, it was really good, but like, I don't know, I need flavor to my vape. And I know not everybody needs it, but like, I don't know. I need the fruit on top of the THC. It feels like I could vape it easier. Does that make sense? And I could hide when I'm smoking it easier because I'm not encouraging anybody to do what I do. But I smoke Dispos for a reason because I can vape this shit anywhere. Anywhere. And it's convenient. And oftentimes if it smells and tastes like something, people can't really tell. It's legal, but I probably vape more places than I actually should. My nicotine vape, I brought that shit in a dressing room before. I vaped while I was trying on clothes. Yes, I did. That's so horrible. It is. But, this is better than what I used to do. I used to steal 211s from 7-Eleven. So now we just vape in dressing rooms. Sometimes in restrooms if I'm waiting somewhere too long. It's not like I'm lighting things, right? It's a dispo. But, Oh, gosh. Is the car for sale? No. What state are you in? Your mom's. Lilith, I was wrong about Azria, too. She is good, people. She is. You know what's funny? I started hate watching her. And she was just live at the odd hours. I go to sleep early, but it seems like I always wake up at a certain period. And then I wake up and I'm scrolling for a bit. And then a few hours later, I fall back to sleep, right? So she would be on at these odd hours that I would need something to listen to. And at first I was hate watching. And then I'm like, oh my God, I kind of like her. But like, then no, you know, she's done XYZ to me. So no, 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 you can't like her. You can't forgive what she's done. Da 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 da, right? And so I'm still hate watching. I find myself realizing, like, what are the odds she really did this shit? Like, she stands up for women. She stands up for the vulnerable. She stands up for the people who need her, right? The people who need a voice, the people who need someone strong. Like, she's that person. So why would she be, you know, sharing my revenge corn or doing XYZ? Anyways, her and I ended up having a chat like maybe a month after me continuously watching. And I talked to her and I'm like, she is not the monster that I had her built up in my head to be. And we start comparing stories, like what she's told about me, what I'm told about her, you know, exchanging receipts. And everybody lied about me to her and everybody lied about her to me. I think people want to take her down because she's strong. She's strong. And she won't back down, right? So I think they want to take her down. I think people try to ruin her reputation and make her out to be the villain. And she's not. She's not. People don't like her because she exposes truth. People don't like truth tellers, right? In general, anybody who's ever tried to tell the truth, well, they're not here anymore, or they're canceled, or whatever else, right? I don't know. These are just my ramblings after I took that puff. Apparently, it has me thinking. Reflective. Cocoa sunbathing. I should probably do that too. I am white. Here's the thing. I tan in the summer. Well, first I turn red, and then I eventually get a tan after the lobster effect goes away. But like during this time, I am as white as a sheet of paper. I should probably do what Coco's doing. But here's the thing. I don't think she's going to let me lay out. I don't think she's going to just lounge with me. I might just have to go tanning again at the tanning booth. That was never fun for me, though. I don't understand the people who can go and tan and fall asleep. Like, I'm thinking of all the ways this thing is going to explode or get too hot and cook me, or somebody's going to come in and do something to make us all fry. Like, I don't know, my brain goes to like weird fucking places. And every time it would get too hot and my butt was burning, I would start getting a panic attack. I'm like, oh my God, they forgot about me. Like, it has to have been over 15 minutes. They forgot about me. They're going to leave me in here. Like, it's never a peaceful moment. Watching from Kenya. Hello, Trends Dance Sen. Hello to Kenya. Sending so much love. Or dismissed as being crazy. Yes, it's happened historically. It has. Anyways, I've seen it happen in real time. I used to think Azria was crazy. Like, I'm like, oh my God, like she has to be on drugs because this isn't possible. Like, how could this be going on? And I stayed and I watched. I watched her connect the dots. I saw her provide evidence in everything that she says. There's a lot of bad people on YouTube. Like, I had no fucking idea. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm neurodivergent or what, but like in my head, like if I don't see something happening, if it's not happening that I'm aware of, it just doesn't exist, right? But that's not a normal way to be. In a lot of ways, like my eyes have been opened. There's some bad people on here. And they're waiting to make somebody their next victim or lolcow. They're waiting to ruin their life or take advantage of them in some way, shape, or form because they have nothing better to do or because somebody's hurt them. So they have, I don't know. I really don't fucking know. But there's a lot of bad stuff that goes on, and it happens in girl world too. All the bad things that have happened to me are all connected to Hurl, who's a farmer. And you know, if I go even further and connect the dots, Specs is also connected to Hurl and a lot of her people. Busy and Hurl are friends. Specs and Busy are friends. Anyways, there's a lot more connections there. But there's people who want to make somebody their next cow. I know they tried to do it with me. That's why all this fucked up shit kept happening to me. Hurl's a farmer, by the way, if you guys didn't know that. She goes by Fickle Fuck. There's people trying to do that to somebody named Michelle right now. It's sad. I don't know. Like, I've done plenty of shitty things before in my life to try and, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to find the right words for it. Like, I used to be a bad person. I did. I didn't start off bad, but I was a hurt person, and I turned to addiction. And because I was hurting, I wanted others to hurt too. And I didn't care who I hurt. Like, I would take, and that's not good. I would steal. I would lie. I was a thief. Anyways, shit happened, turned my life around. And, like, now I don't do shit to anybody. Do you want to know what I'm doing a majority of the time? I'm cleaning this house, doing laundry, dishes, pooper scooping the backyard, or just hanging out here with my dogs. Like, I'm not currently doing anything bad. I don't steal. I try my hardest not to lie. If people go around saying they don't lie or they've never lied, they're a fucking liar. They are. You know, I'm not currently breaking any laws. I make money instead of stealing. The only addiction I have is to vape. But you know what? I quit harder shit, so let me have my vapes. Like, why try to take me down in the best part of my life? I don't understand it. Why try to fuck with me? You know, like, I feel like I'm forever having to pay for my sins for what I've done in my 20s. I'm 42 years old. Like, most people change, most people grow up, most people do better. Why do I have to answer for what I did under the influence, you know, almost 20 years ago? Like, why? I don't know. I rescue dogs. I'm a mom. Custody of my child. Have her 99% of the time. I don't know what to say. I do talk my shit, but I don't know, for the most part, like, what I'm mad about today, I'm not going to be mad about tomorrow. Does that make sense? Anyway, sorry. Sometimes I'm talking, and I've been doing the same. We all fuck up. It's inevitable. Just own it and learn from it and aim to do better. It's all you can do. Yeah. I'm not who I once was. In fact, I don't even recognize that person. I feel sorry for her. I do, if I think about it too long. Like, I feel sorry for myself. Like, I don't know. I'm not a victim, but, like, had I had just opened my mouth and told people certain things, like, I wouldn't have had to suffer silently and carry the weight of the world on my shoulders. And I did for far too long. And I feel like alcohol and drugs gave me this escape, right? I didn't have to think about things. I wasn't holding secrets anymore because I forgot about them. The weight of the world was no longer on my shoulders, you know? And I truly think, like, I know I'm going to sound crazy here, but if you've ever struggled with addiction or seen somebody go through addiction, you'll know what I'm talking about. I think when you get to a certain point, like, there were times I was high for a week, mixing meth and coke, all kinds of things, right? Or I was blackout drunk, like intoxicated. And I think that I let bad things in during that time. I just do. I think alcohol is called spirits for a reason. And I don't know. I think I became just a disgusting, hateful addict. I did. But I don't recognize her. Like, I wouldn't relate to that person today. I don't hold anything in. I really say how I feel. And I do that for a reason. Because I realized when you hold shit in, it makes you sick. Mentally sick, physically sick. It's poison. It's deadly. So for the most part, I try to say how I feel. I mean, there's some things where I just know, you know, general society wouldn't like if I said things. But for the most part, if I feel a way, it's coming out of my mouth. If I'm happy or sad, you guys are going to know about it. The world around me is going to know about it. Boy, if I'm mad, the world's going to know about it. Let me tell you. All right, hold on. I'm rocking in my little patio chair. All right, we're sitting cross-legged because this is soothing to me. He's kind of like Foodie, GNA coach Eli. Hi, Quakes. What? 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 What are you trying to tell me? Let's go look. Is somebody out front? The nerve. Ow, egghead. Oh. Coco. Hold on, Coco. It's a beautiful dog. I don't think so, Coco. I don't think so. You know what's crazy? We never really see pit bulls in California because homeowners insurance, most of them won't cover you if you have one, or they make you pay an insane amount. I don't know. I know it's probably some sort of pit bull. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. It was beautiful. Coco. The dog left. The dog left. You did a good job. I feel protected. Yes, the world knows. This is your house. Do not walk by. Yes. Yes. I love you. I love you and your little heart nose. Okay, can we have peace for a minute? Look it. You have this, and you want my leg. This is what she does when I try to walk. Hold on. She's like a toddler. What are you doing? Thank you. Oh, all right. You're gonna break my leg. You're gonna break my leg. Coco, hold on. All right, chew on me over here. Oh, good Lord. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. You know, maybe Azria is right and you do hate me. That's the only conclusion I can come to. You should see the bruises on my legs from her. No, we're not doing this again. You are not gonna fuck with my Chucks. Stop it. Go for the Crocs. If you're gonna eat anything, eat my Crocs. Coco. 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 I have to give her something that she thinks is better than my shoelace. It's the only way to get her to stop. I've learned this trick. I don't know if it's like that for all Jack Russell Terriers. Oh, hold on. Oh, I got your dog. I got your dog. Oh, all right. Are you satisfied? No! Coco. Oh! Listen, lady. I'm scared shit. What is it about my shoe? It's either my shoe or my hair. No, don't get any ideas. And don't drink my Pepsi or Coke. I don't drink Pepsi. You don't need any caffeine. Frank, hello. I know she loves me. She's playful. Everything's an adventure to her. Like, there are no bad days with Coco. Everything's a game. Everything's an adventure. She's a really happy dog. And I pretend like I'm annoyed, but I don't even know what life would be like without her at this point. I don't know. No. What? Okay. You have an intimidating bark. Yes, you go tell them. I'll buy that car. Reason looks like she hung out with the skaters. I did. Your heart is gold. What a cute baby. I love her so much. Thank you. Hi, Linda. Came and told you someone's coming. Oh, Coco did? Yeah. She's too cute. Thank you, Lilith. Do you guys have any questions for me? I'm feeling very yappy. All right, let me hit my vape. Coco says the car's not for sale. Specs, you sure you want to come and mess with this beast? Am I still here? Sometimes I lose service and I never know until like 3 minutes after me talking to myself. Or you guys tell me I'm muted. They were. I thought so. I went through all the phases though. I did. I went from mainly like in junior high, I went from the Beatles. I was obsessed with the Beatles, like obsessed with John Lennon. And then I went grunge. And then high school, I pretty much was into like the whole, Blink 182, Phoenix, TX, all of those bands. I went to punk shows all up until senior year. And then I went preppy for a while. Oh, and then I went through a phase where I dyed my hair black and I had black fingernails and I listened to Dashboard Confessional. That did happen. I still love Dashboard Confessional. I'm just not. No, what is that? No. That sounds hard. I don't feel like taking you in for surgery because that just doesn't sound like something I want to do today. Oh. Hi. I like your silver in your hair. Do you know some people pay good money for that? Please stop licking my soda. I mean, your mouth, I'm sure, is cleaner than Chantal's, but I've seen you eat poop when you left the shelter. I don't exactly want you licking my stuff. The body style is badass for sure. The Mustang? Do you have plans on ever fix it? My dad does. Him and his cousin are supposed to fix it up. I don't know. My mom has days where she wants him to sell it, but I don't think she realizes how important it is to him, right? Like, he got this car from his uncle, who has passed on, and he thought his uncle was like the coolest dude. So anyways, it has special meaning to him. I won't let him sell it. Like I said, I throw all the flyers and cards that they leave. Somebody comes by weekly and they offer to buy it, but I don't know. I think it's something that my dad will enjoy doing. He gets to fix it up, make it beautiful again, make it something he can be proud of. He loves to drive. It's an escape for him. So, him and his cousin can drive around and cause trouble and holler at the ladies. I don't know what they're going to do, but probably talk politics, but it'll be a fun time. Is my dad single? No. Do you know there's people that still hit on him, and it's so bizarre to me? Like, since I was a little girl, I remember even like going to buy shoes one day, and this blonde lady comes up to me. She's like, "So what are you doing later?" And he was like, "Going home with my wife." But I don't know. He looks good for his age. He looks young for his age, but he is very much taken. My mother is his best friend in the world, and they still go on dates, and it's the cutest thing in the world. And they travel the states going to watch Dave Matthews Band. I hope I'm just like them when I'm in my 60s and 70s. Just want to travel and go camp at the gorge. They're bougie, though. They go to the hotel. They don't do the camping for the gorge. But I want to camp and have the full experience. I hope there's showers. I don't think I could camp and not shower. You could still be a clean camper. All right, well, that's beautiful landscape. It looks like where my son lives in Utah. Utah is beautiful. I've never been, but I've seen pictures. I'm in Southern California, and the weather's very nice. I do have to say that. It gets so cold to me at night, though. I think the only things that I don't like living about here, the fires are pretty fucking terrifying, and they happen often. But it seems like attention is being brought to the problems. Like, nobody was coming to clean up these mountains. They were all filled with dead brush and the trash that people leave behind, and people were smoking up there. Then obviously dead things and trash, I mean, they ignite. It's scary when it happens, and it affects everybody. It almost looks like hell when the fires happen. It feels like you're living in hell. Everything's red. It hurts to breathe. There's so much wildlife that comes down, so confused. It's so fucking sad. But again, let's get off the dark part. I feel like however anybody feels about Spencer Pratt, he's bringing awareness to a lot of problems that we have out here, over here. And I feel like I've even seen people cleaning up the brush. Does she have a leaf? They are scary. Earthquakes, I don't know, for the most part, we don't even feel them. I don't know about, like, there's obviously bigger ones that have you go like, whoa, and it kind of feels like sometimes somebody picks up your house really fast and then like throws it back down. I like the rolling ones where it feels like you're on the ocean. But anyways, every once in a while you have one that kind of is like, whoa. But a majority of the time we hear about them and we're like, oh, we didn't even feel it, you know? It's very expensive to live here. It is. Honestly, if my grandparents, I'm going to be fucking honest right here. If my grandparents didn't come out here when they did and, you know, buy properties and all that stuff, and my parents didn't invest in properties when they did, I don't think any of us could afford to. I mean, it's expensive. It is. And you pay a lot for a small home. So like in places like Utah, for example, or Ohio or other places, you can get a huge house for what you'd pay for here. But the trade-off is our weather's pretty much amazing a majority of the time. It is. And I'm really close to the mountains and the beach, you know, so that doesn't take long to get there at all. There's a lot to do. There is. There's a lot of beauty. People don't think California is beautiful. I think it's like every place. There's good and bad parts, right? There's good and bad parts in every state, in every country, in every location. Just how it is. I would be terrified of an earthquake. See, people who've never been through an earthquake say that. I would be terrified of a hurricane or tornado. That sounds absolutely terrifying to me. I just picture having a horrible panic attack until whenever it's safe. I don't know. Then there's people who go through it all the time, right? They even have like watch parties where you wait for it to come. So I guess, you know, when you're used to something, it's not so scary. Pros and cons. I'm in Texas. I know so many people who left California to go to Texas and Tennessee. I'm sure you guys are mad about that. I've even thought Tennessee sounds nice. I did. I've seen homes and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'd love to live there. Some people's yards, like you drive up a whole ass hill to get through, and that's their yard or get to their house. But it's a yard, but we don't have like the biggest yards out here. Well, that's false. If you have a huge yard, I'm just going to assume like you're a millionaire or whatever. We have a pretty big driveway. I know that was important to my parents. We have a lot of people in our family. We just do. So I rent from my parents in case anybody is wondering. They are very smart people. I wish I could be more like them. This was my childhood home. I grew up here. It's pretty okay, I guess. I didn't like it when I was little. I think when you're small or when you're a kid, you don't realize how expensive stuff is, right? So, like, I don't know, when I was younger, I thought, like, oh, my friends all have bigger house. My friends have this. So-and-so has a 2-story house. But now older Breezy sounds like, God, you were so ungrateful, and that's why you had to lose it all. Like, it's so expensive to live here in this location. And my parents bought what, like, was important to them, right? They wanted a driveway, a big one, and they wanted a view. And, I mean, we have a pretty good view. Me too. I'm a true Texas lady here. Awesome. Hello to Texas. Your gate. Your gate is awesome. She's trying to rip my shoelaces out. I think I have to get new shoelaces at this point anyways, so I don't know. The more I try to stop her, the more of a game it is to her. Hold on. Let me find your toy. Every time I say I'm going to come out here and smoke, I ended up distracted by Coco. She's probably adding years onto my life. Okay, hold on. Oh, we got a ball. Here we go. Go. You are so good at that. Can I have the ball? Can I have it? Oh, you want me to chase you? Coco. Coco. I want a vape. I'm wearing a sweater right now. Is this really cute? You guys can't see it. Diet Coke sweater. Oh! I was rooting for the Texans yesterday, but they didn't make it. Me too. Judy is Judy. Hello. Sorry if I didn't say hello to anybody. Hello to all the new faces. I don't know, a few days a week we try to come outside, hang out. We just kind of chit chat, talk about all kinds of stuff. Mainly, we talk about Girl World. I don't know if you have heard of Amberlyn Reed or Foodie Beauty, but we talk about that stuff. I don't know. They're just so different from most of our lives, right? Like the stuff they do. So I'll speak for myself. I know coming on YouTube is like my adult conversation time, like where I could curse and I could be messy and even bitchy and talk some shit and definitely be nosy. I'm so fucking nosy. And so that's what I do. And then, usually when the kids come home, my mouth is a lot more filtered. I am saying shut the front door instead of shut the fuck up. I'm saying gosh darn it. And I'm probably got my head stuck in the dishwasher or washing machine. No. Foodie Beauty. Thank you, Linda. The ball is awesome. She likes it. Hold on, I'm scrolling up to see if I missed anything. All right, I'm going to hit my vape while she's distracted too. I don't know if I can show it. Sorry, I could probably hold it in longer, but I'm very aware that everybody is just sitting in awkward silence. So that was a good one. Yep. No complaints. Lilith, was it you who was asking me about vaping or what vape I use? I'm usually always smoking a hybrid. I don't know. I'm not like dead set on really any vape brand. Well, okay, here's the thing. I really like this brand Dime, but only get it if it's on sale. Because some places will charge you like $98 or something for it. And while they're really good, like they're very smooth hitting vapes. You feel classy when you're smoking it because the design, I don't know. It's like gold and anyways, it looks nice, but I don't know. I'm just not going to pay $98 for it. Like the vape I have right now, it's a Pac-Man switch. I'm just going to hold it off to the side. I don't know. And it has 2 different strains, which are Jolly Ranchers and something Skittles. One's a hybrid, one's an indica. And I paid $27 for it. So 2 grams total for 27. Like, I don't want to spend $98 for anything. I just don't. So anyways, when I can find that brand on sale, I like to smoke it because it makes me feel dignified. God, what is the other vape I like? I can't think of the name of it for the life of me right now. For the people, you'll remember. Nicotine vapes. So anyways, I'm saying all this to say, as long as it's a hybrid and it's in a dispo, I'm good to go, right? Like, I'd obviously prefer to smoke pre-rolls or whatever else, but like, I don't know. I'm usually around family or on the go, and a dispo is a lot more discreet, and I could do it from anywhere. So, nicotine, I really like Geek Bar. And this one called Dojo Sphere, but not a lot of people carry it. The flavors are incredible. Geek Bar, I've never had a bad one. They have this flavor called Sour Straws. And if you like sour candy and specifically sour punch, like, I love sour candy. I just do. Since I was a kid, I love it to be sour, and I love those sour punch straws. That's what it tastes like. My mouth is getting watery just talking about it. And I'm very sad that I'm out of that one. Right now, for my Geek Bar, I have Blackberry Blow Pop, and it's good, but it doesn't taste like the sour straws, let me tell you. Yes, Jolly Rancher, and it tastes like it. The dime ones, I mean, they're supposed to taste like something. I don't always taste it. I don't. But this one, the Pac-Man Switch, I taste the flavor. I haven't really tried the other one yet because I was saving it. Cherry Skittles, let's do it. I taste it really well on the exhale. Yep. This is the one to go to. Look for a Pac-Man Switch. Now, if you're new, and you're probably confused because I talk about being sober from alcohol and drugs, but I smoke. I don't consider THC, I mean, it's a plant to me. And it's never landed me in jail. It's never made me lose everything. I don't do anything that I regret. It helps with my pain. I have like rods and screws and all this stuff in my spine, and I'm prescribed a whole bunch of shit. I just don't take it. I don't like how I feel when I take a whole bunch of things. I just don't. And so I'd rather vape. And I feel like, for me, I'll speak for myself. Like, for me, I don't go by the, you're not really sober if you stop drinking but you smoke weed. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Does anybody do anything they regret when they smoke weed? Have you ever smoked weed and punched somebody or stolen something? I mean, has weed made you lose everything? For me, I think I would be in pain a majority of the time and a raging bitch if I didn't smoke. So for me, I smoke throughout the day. And, life is good. I laugh. I listen to a lot of music. I'm not a lazy stoner by any means. I don't get to be lazy, even if I wanted to be. It's not happening in this family. I don't know how anybody else's family is. I have a big family. Something's always going on. It's always somebody's birthday, whatever. So anyways, I don't know. I'm much more present, able, and I could deal with it. Anyways. You too, Linda? Yeah, I mean, like, I used to do some pretty bad stuff, right? Like, I'm not proud of anything I used to do, but I say it because, I don't know. I don't think if you heard me, you would believe I've smoked meth. And even crack, I have. I did some pretty hard shit. I mean, I drank 2 11s for breakfast. So... anyways, I don't get a chance to really be lazy. My family's busy. I'm not a lazy stoner. In fact, I look at the flowers I grow. I thank weed for that. Anyways, it was really windy. These leaves were picked up, but here they are. I'm in a good mood now. I should be the spokesperson for the Pac-Man Switch. How do I become one of those people who get free weed to talk about it? That's what I need to do with my life. And how do I get to be the person who writes the reviews for the strains? You know, I'm not very good with words, though. I'd be like, this strain is like totally good. It'll have you feeling totally lit. You'll laugh a lot, listen to music. You'll drink more sparkling water than ever. Enjoy the high. Do you ever read some of the reviews? I always look up what my boyfriend smokes. I don't know, I just like to see when he goes to the dispensary. I always look it up. And some of the reviews are like, I don't know, it sounds like they're talking about fine dining in like Paris somewhere. But no, it's all about the strain. They even have it down to the taste, the smell, the exhale, how it starts off, how it finishes. Show us the Mustang? Well, I would, but my dog untied my shoes and I might break my neck. Hold on, let me read the cat. Do you hear it? Hold on. It'll come closer. It's a few houses down. You don't like the leaves on your butt? Well, you sat in the dirt, egghead. Okay, hold on. I'm setting you on the ground for now. Coco, your cat friend is back. Be nice. It's going through a hard time. You were spayed, so you don't understand. Thank you for having my shoelaces soaking wet with your slobber. I needed to moisturize my hands anyways. Oh, I know. You're trying to find it? All right, hold on, Cocoa Bean. Well, you look them up. That's how you learn. At least that's how I do it. But I know for me, I always prefer to smoke a hybrid. Like, I don't know, sometimes an indica, but I can never really do just a straight sativa. Do you hear the cat? I feel so bad for it. Anyways, it used to have an engine in it, but now it's home to a bunch of spiders. The engine is in my breezeway. It's a V8 something. I forget. It's on a community post somewhere. I don't know if you could see the glitter, but it's so pretty. This has went through many storms and the sign is still on. So I'm telling you, they made cars really well back then. It's leather interior, 2 seats. Has a bunch of stuff in it. Zip ties, I don't know. A gasket maker for a high-tech silicone something. I don't know. Sounds complicated. She's a classy lady. She's just a little dusty. What should we name her? My dad probably has a name for her, but it'll be our name for her. I don't know, she's sassy. I do remember that. And she purred like a kitten. Oh, these are the lights. I want a belt with a buckle that looks like that. Do you remember these belts? I was thinking about them the other day when I was in junior high. They had these seatbelt belts. It was literally a seatbelt. Anyways, I was wondering if they still make them because we need to bring them back. There's cats that live under her. They're not my cats and they don't like people. But this Mustang provides a roof over their head, so, you know, we can't go selling her. And there's a possum, a big fat one that lives in this hedge. Every night he hops on this wall and then he hops up and somehow he goes in here. And sometimes you can even hear it making like, I don't know, almost like oinking noises or grunts. It's a big fat one. But how does it get in? I mean, it's like the foodie beauty of possums. Like, where is it getting in this bush? But it goes in. If you think about it, it's a really smart place because, I mean, it's a thick bush. Even when they're trimming it, it's not really going to get to the possum, right? Nothing's going in to get it. Huh. I like possums. I know a lot of people are scared of them, but one time I worked at this vet and we worked in an area where there was a lot of possums. It was right by the LA Zoo. Anyways, people would hit possums and then bring the moms in because oftentimes what you don't know is that the mom possums that get hit, they have little babies. And so anyways, then the babies would come in, people would bring them, and some of the vet techs, even the receptionists, would nurse these little baby possums, like with little bottles. Anyways, possums are actually very nice and they don't want to bite you. I mean, I'm not recommending anybody go around petting possums, okay? But I'm just saying they open their mouth and they just look intimidating. But think about it. Like, I look like a bitch if you're just looking at me. Unless I'm smiling, I have resting bitch face. But, like, I'm really not that big and bad, right? Like, I'm not. So anyways, that's how I view a possum. It just looks bitchy, but it's not. And we need them because they eat like ticks and other things and pests. Please don't kill possums if you see them. You don't have to take it in and sleep with it every night, but just let them be. Sometimes I leave out dog kibble for it. I'm insane, I know. I'm very aware of this. They squeeze in. It's a big possum though. You know what, tonight when I'm out here, because Coco has a cricket addiction, you guys. It's a thing. Every night I have to take her out here and she eats all the crickets off the wall. I was traumatized at first, but I've just come to accept that she's a serial killer. So I thought she was playing with them and hopping around with them, but no, she has a cricket addiction. Anyways, it's a big cricket buffet every night. So anyways, that's usually when I see the possum, or super early in the morning, like when she wants to go out at 3 a.m. I'll see it hopping in and out. But anyways, I'll try to get it on video. Not insane, more like seasoned sanity. I would never kill anything ever. Some people do. There's people that kill rabbits to keep them out of their gardens. And it makes me sad. Like, think of the rabbit who didn't know that you were a rabbit unaliver and just wanted a effing carrot, you know? It's been hopping around all day, just needed a snack. I don't understand it. Like, I won't even use pesticides on these plants out here because I don't want to kill anything. I have this newfound love for spiders. I mean, it's really been always, but I think I thought because I was a woman, I had to be afraid of bugs. Does that make sense? Anyways, I don't remember what made me go down this rabbit hole. I think these jumping spiders kept showing up on my For You page. And then I learned how cute they were and how smart they are and how they make good pets and like how they each have their own individual personalities. Anyways, anyway, think of all those. I don't want to kill spiders. I don't want to kill snails. They're actually very cute. If you search a snail eating, search a video and watch it eat. They're adorable. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with this. I try not to be an unaliver. Now, there's things I don't care about, like mosquitoes. I really can't stand the sound that they make. I really can't. In my ear, it triggers me. I mean, ants, it's not like I go around stomping on them. If they're in my home, I give them a warning. I tell them that they have like this amount of time and they need to leave. And if they don't, then they're being Windexed. I don't know, sometimes we have praying mantis. I think those are really cool. I love lizards. They're really funny. If you ever pay attention to insects or lizards or whatever, they're just funny. They're just funny. And I think they're all afraid of us. You know how we're all afraid of these things? I think that's what they see us and they're like, ah! Like we're probably really scary to them, right? Tone, hey! I'd never kill something furry just because they exist. Nobody should. Nobody should. I don't know. I'm not judging anybody else or telling anybody else how to live. This channel, right, I just tell you guys about me, right? Like, so if you eat meat, please don't feel like I'm judging you. Like, I'm in a family of meat eaters. They like their ribs, they like their steak, they like their hamburgers. Like, they love all that stuff, right? But ever since I was a little girl, I don't know. I remember one time my grandpa tricked me into eating this stew. And then he ended up telling me that it had lamb in it, and I cried. I felt so betrayed and heartbroken. Like, how could you make me eat an animal? And obviously when I was a kid, like, it's not like my parents were like, eat meat or die. It was just they weren't making anything else. So, like, there was times, like, I had to eat it. There's times in rehab. They weren't making anything plant-based for me. So, you know, but, like, I just always felt bad. Like, how could I say I love animals but be okay with XYZ, right? And that's just for me personally. But like I said, I mean, on Thanksgiving, when everybody's together, they're all gnawing on some sort of carcass. You know, and I'm eating the mashed potatoes and the pasta salad and the cream spinach. But, like, I'm not looking at them like, oh, you're doing this. It's like, it's just for me, how I feel. Like, I can't say that I'm a protector of animals and be okay with eating somebody's mom, you know? So anyways, I don't know. I don't know if this resonates with anybody or you just get it. Since I was born, I feel like I've always been let down by people. And animals never let me down. So, like, it's just always been in me. Like, I love plants, too. Like, I don't want to go around killing plants. Like, oh, this one time, you guys. Me and my friend almost got arrested leaving a bar once because this plant had, like, fallen off of a hanging thing. It was, oh, my God. I remember the bar, too. T. Phillips. Anyways, it was in this area. And this place, the shop next to it, had a hanging plant. And the plant had fallen down and broken. And I remember me and my friend were like, I don't know why we were all emotional. We thought it was so sad that the plant was just going to be broken on the ground, like left there to die and rot. And I remember we picked up the plant and took it to the car. And a police officer stopped us. And anyways, he said that we could have been arrested because that's considered stolen property. Like, it was the person's plant. And I get it now. But, like, in our drunk heads, like, we just felt sad for the plant, right? Like, it had fallen, it had broken. Nobody was going to care about it now that it was broken. Anyways, I'm saying all this to say, even though I've been bad at certain parts of my life, there's things that have always been in me, right? Like, I respect things that are breathing and living and being. I don't know. Things that God created. Because he created us all. We're all his children in some way, shape, or form, right? Anyways, I'm getting all deep. Who knew? It's odd, like, if you think about it. I know for me, I never pictured this as my life. Like, I don't know, talking to people about what a shit show my life used to be, or anybody caring. And it's crazy. I didn't even think I'd still be alive. I honestly didn't think I'd live past 30. My sister told me too in addiction. She's like, you're not going to live past 30. I don't know. I thought my fate was to just die like a drunk. Somebody would find me like in an alley, and then, I don't know, gutter on somebody's lawn, in a trash can even. I thought that was my destiny. But it turns out that I was meant for more, right? What that is, I don't know. Maybe it's just to help somebody. I know when I was going through shit, there wasn't a whole lot of people who had just had a baby and ran back to alcohol. You know, I had felt like the biggest fuck up. Like, how could somebody have the most perfect, beautiful baby and still choose alcohol? Like, how could somebody do that, right? How could somebody make the mistakes I have made? How could somebody have stolen from seven? Like, you know, I just felt like the scum of the earth. But maybe more people out there need to feel like, you know, you haven't made any mistakes that you can't fix. I don't know who needs to hear that out there. I was pretty much banned and barred from everywhere. Families, houses, establishments, and I don't know, I guess time and action, you know, not just words. People started trusting me again. Like, I go to some of the places I used to steal from when I buy candy, when I buy my sweet tart ropes. I go to the 7-Eleven I used to steal from. Same people work there. They just know I'm not at risk for taking anything now. I don't know. It's just wild how the world works out. But I promise you, if I could change my life around and people can trust me again, you can fix your situation too. Nothing is unfixable, even if it feels like it. And it's going to hurt for a minute when you change your life, and it's so fucking uncomfortable. But if you sit with it, not for too long, but sit in it, accept it, acknowledge that you put yourself in this situation and say, I'm never going to be like this again, there's real growth that could happen. There's real growth that can happen. The hardest thing to do was to sit in sobriety and face everything I had done wrong. It was so uncomfortable, but I couldn't have grown to the person I am today if I didn't do that. I remember in rehabs, family nights where your family got to go and talk about the things that you had done to them. And I used to dread it. I used to dread it so much, but it was for a reason. Like, you can never grow without taking accountability. You can never change without taking accountability. So I see the purpose of it now. I remember I used to try to fake sick. I used to tell my family it was on a different day. All kinds of things, because I didn't want to have to hear about what I had done. But eventually I did. Eventually I said, I'm sorry. And I said, I won't just use words. Just watch. Do you know at any given moment, it seems like there's always some sort of rocket launch? It's really cool. I have endless videos on my phone. I'm not saying that's a rocket. I'm just saying, I feel like, even though I don't have a lot, I feel like the richest person in the world, with the peacefulness and the serenity and the safety that I feel in this backyard. And like at any given moment, sometimes there's ducks flying over, sometimes there's parrots flying over, sometimes there's a rocket launch. It's really a good time. The dark part, shadow side, is the hardest to face, but once you do, growth can happen. It's probably the hardest thing you can ever do. It really is. If you think about it, you have nothing to numb you when you're first getting sober, right? Like, you have nothing to take away the guilt and shame. I feel like a big reason why people stay drinking is because the guilt and shame. Like, when you sober up, it's almost, I don't know, it's almost hard to live with. I mean, I remember being so fucking broken in those moments. Like, it physically hurt to think about the things that I had done to other people, because sober Breezy would never do those things, right? But you need to do that. You have to face it. You have to feel the pain. You have to feel the guilt. You have to feel the shame. You have to feel bad for what you've done. And then, only then does there come true change, you know? I feel like that's what made me so strong. Well, part of the reason what made me so strong. And why a lot of people who got sober are so fucking strong. And it takes a lot to break you or take you down. Because you had to face your demons. You had to face the worst parts of you. It's hard. But once you do, there comes peace. And it's beautiful. And you feel free. The weight of the world is off your shoulders. You don't feel like you're dragging around all this baggage. It's very freeing. It is. Anyways, that's my positiveness of the day. I was a raging bitch on my last stream, but you know, back here we're zen. This is the power of fresh air and sunshine, even though we're sitting in the shade and just being outside, right? It is very healing. If you have mountains or some sort of a hike or a trail you can take and get up and away from the world, do it. It's so good for your mind. Well, we're going to do it together. But after that, keep it up. Oh, you have a beautiful view. Thank you. Hello, Daft Horse Diva. I don't like the toxic positivity. It's too prevalent and doesn't help. It's true. I think a lot of people think I am toxic positive. In fact, I know that. But you know what's crazy? I just always try to find the brighter side of things. I try to not sit in shit for too long. I try not to stay negative for too long. I don't know. I guess because I've literally been outside without shoes and socks for weeks at a time with no roof over my head, sleeping in an alley in Pomona. You know, I guess because I've dealt with that, like life isn't so bad today, right? Or I can have bitchy moments. I could be mad, but I just don't stay there that long. What fun is it to be mad all day, honestly? It's not, right? You could choose to be mad all day and miserable, or you could choose to laugh. And I feel like laughter is the best medicine. It's how I cope. I laugh when I'm scared. I laugh when things are awkward. I laugh when I genuinely find things funny. I even laugh at first before I cry. Like, I don't know. Laughter is just a big part of what I do. It is. You like old cars too. You're okay in my book. Thank you. You could be ragey one moment and chill and happy in the next. Just feel your feelings. That part. That part. Having to go through painful experiences without numbing the feelings. The dark part. Yes. That's brutal, dude. I'm sorry. That's like figuring out what your purpose is. Animals are the best. They really are. Hello. We've been live for 82 minutes. Wow. I like these streams. Every time we do them, I wonder why we don't do more of them. But I'm glad we do them. And we're going to keep them up. I guess we'll do it as the weather permits, as time permits. We are going to go into the mountains. I need to get together with my sister today and plan that, but we'll just text. I'll keep you guys posted on that. I don't know if I need to wait a few more days until the specs thing dies down. I don't know. Part of me thinks she wouldn't actually try to do something, but then the next part is like, she didn't fucking care. She said the police, like, call him, who cares? My dad already has your address, so I'm like, she probably is that crazy. Who knows? But either way, I'll make sure I'm always safe. Nobody needs to worry about me. Edna, if you're listening, you're a doll. I don't just go hang out under freeway underpasses. It was a way to get to these trails, like over by my house. So you have to go through that part. It used to be all empty. Now things are being built. Anyways, and then it takes you up into the hills and up. I do need to be more aware. I do agree with that. But I promise you, like, my boyfriend, my mom, my daughter, everybody tracks me. Like, no, but there's not a time where somebody doesn't know where I am. So there's that. I have a very protective family, a very protective boyfriend. I do have to say I am loved, and I worked hard for that. It wasn't always like that. Wasn't always like that, but I worked hard. I don't know. Plus, I think they got used to seeing me around for so long now. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I have laundry in the dryer I have to fold and like 25 dog bowls to unload from the dishwasher. You'd be amazed how many dog bowls we go through a day. Between water, they're fed twice a day. It's a whole thing. But anyways, I'll be back tomorrow morning. So look for me around 9 a.m. my time. Remember, I'm on the West Coast, so it's probably noon for a lot of you guys. Thank you to my amazing mods, Breezy Bunch members. Welcome to all the new faces. I hope you'll come back. Just know we talk a lot of shit on the recap streams, but we also do this. We hang out, talk about life experiences, whatever. And I hope that if you don't like the other streams, you'll join us for these. All right, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.